This is why it takes longer to get a dismissive avoidant back than some other type of ex. Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I help people get their exes back. And for each attachment style, there's sort of a generic recommended time in no contact, independent of your actual story and independent of how long you've been together and all this kind of stuff. These factors affect things. But there's sort of like a generic time frame of how long to give your partner in no contact before you end up getting back in contact with them. And that is if they haven't come to you first. Now, the dismissive avoidant takes the longest, and the reason for that is that they run away from the breakup and they purposefully try to distract from the pain of the breakup right after it happens. And this is why you can't get answers out of them. They don't have clarity for you as to why they're doing this. When they give you reasons why they did this, they don't really make sense. They're usually like smaller reasons. And this is also why if you went to go talk to them after the breakup, they would be cold to you, distant, maybe even mean, where they've never been mean in the past, because they're doing what's called a deactivation strategy. They're purposefully pushing you away, and they're going to try to run away and go distract from the pain of the breakup. They do this because they didn't really have the skills to be in the relationship to begin with, to communicate, cooperate, look inside of themselves and explain how they feel and what they need. And so all the baggage that just accumulated over time without them resolving everything has built up on them, and they love you, but they really don't know what else to do, so they're going to just push you away and distract. Now, the way that they distract is in a variety of ways. So they'll either they're gonna start working a bunch, they're gonna start drinking, they're gonna start sleeping around a bunch, they're gonna start jumping into a rebound relationship. It's gonna be something like this, maybe traveling or hanging out with friends or whatever. But it's gonna be one of these kind of vices, which is gonna try to consume their bandwidth after the breakup. And when you see all this kind of stuff on social media, you're gonna assume that they've already moved on. But that's not the case. Usually they're having a hard time internally, and they're just trying to avoid that. And so they're doing everything in their power to make it seem like life is good. They're trying to convince themselves, and that's going to keep up for about 3 months straight. Now, sometimes they can come right back around and start chasing you if you go into no contact, if you make the right moves. It doesn't always have to take 3 months. But this is why dismissive avoidants take longer, because they're going to distract usually for about a period of 3 months. Before they really allow themselves to start missing you, start thinking about you, and getting to a place where, you become sort of that mythical creature, just like you were when you first met, and you're safe to think about instead of threatening their fears of commitment and all this other stuff. So if your ex is a dismissive avoidant, it's going to take about as long as it would take to get anybody else back, plus about 3 months. Now, if you want me to hear your story and give you a customized game plan to get your ex back, click into my profile, click this link, set up a call with me, and I'll give you a step-by-step plan.